presented by the Social Sciences Academic Resource Center. So just before we get started, a little bit about me. So my name is Olivia Romero. I am one of the SARC peer consultants at the SARC, and I am a third year majoring in psychology and minoring in education. So today I'll be talking more about internships and careers in cognitive sciences. Okay, so to get started, what is cognitive science? So as a major in the Department of Cognitive Sciences, you engage in research, work with faculty members on projects or in affiliated research labs. And within this major, it challenges students to examine and better understand cognitive processes, such as, doing quantitative approaches to understanding either the brain, perception, cognition, and, behavior. And some areas of focus within cognitive science. So it's very versatile, it's broad knowledge of cognitive sciences in general. You're able to understand the relationship between cognitive sciences and neuroscience. And it helps you to interpret and evaluate this research, and it also helps you understanding those research methods more specifically. So that's just a general overview of cognitive sciences. So now ways to prepare. So, I'm going to be going over career-wise before and after graduation, either internships, what you could do to explore careers within this major. So career exploration. So what I suggest doing, within a major in the Department of Cognitive Sciences is to do research within the department. So I always suggest doing Europe. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that. I'll go ahead and type it in the chat. So it's basically a website that helps you find research opportunities at UCI. And I definitely suggest doing that to kind of explore more of your interests and get more of that hands-on experience. And with that, I also recommend doing internships at UCI. It could be at UCI or outside of UCI, still getting that experience within cognitive sciences or just anything related to the field that might interest you. And I always recommend joining a club or org to gain that leadership experience, again, whether that be related to cognitive sciences or anything that you're interested in, it's always good to get that experience to kind of get your foot in the door and kind of explore more of your interests and find, what you maybe want to do once you graduate from UCI or even at UCI right now. So more of career exploration. So how to get hired after graduating. So some things that I suggest is LinkedIn. And if you guys have never used LinkedIn, it's basically just you upload like more of the things that you're in. And it's basically a website that you could use to connect to other users within LinkedIn. And what I like about it is you could connect to a bunch of other faculty, students, staff at UCI and, network through there. Another great one that I recommend is Handshake, and this is through UCI as well. So you're able to connect to other, UCI students. And with Handshake, you're also able to find jobs on campus. And another one that I suggest is the Anteater Network. And the Anteater Network, it helps you connect with other alumni, which I really suggest doing as well. And always attend the career fair. I always recommend students attend the career fair just, to start networking with, maybe other companies they might be interested in, and just meeting new, meeting new people. And the career fair that's coming up is going to be on May 5th. And DCP hasn't posted the registration link, but they will be posting it soon. So definitely keep an eye out on that. And another one that I recommend is using the Occupational Outlook Handbook and Focus to Career. And I will be going over these two websites after this slide. But more about what Focus to Career is it's basically a self-assessment tool that lets you know what type of career is out there based on your degree. So let me share my screen right now on how to look over the Occupational Outlook Handbook. Let me just pull that up real quickly. So the first one I'm going to be sharing is the Occupational Outlook Handbook. So this is how it looks like. Okay. And basically what it is you're able to, they offer many occupation groups, so such as architecture and engineering, arts and design, anything that you may be interested in. So more specifically for me is I'm, interested in becoming a college counselor, working in higher education, working with students. So, I kind of already have an idea of like what I might want to do. So on the top right, I put college counselor and I clicked go. And when I click go, it takes me to this this new website, and it says School and Career Counselors and Advisors. And what it does is it basically gives you like a summary of, the median pay, typical entry level education to what I might need to enter this, this field, work experience, on the job training, just a bunch of like tabs that you can look at, and also gives you a bunch of links that you can look at as well. So maybe what school and career counselors and advisors do, the work environment that I'm going to be working in, the pay, just a bunch of like really good links that I could look at for more reference. And there's also tabs at the top too. So what they do, it kind of gives you more specific on like what duties that I might be doing. And I like that it gives me like a breakdown of the difference between elementary school, middle school, high school. And maybe if I might be interested in career coaching, college advising. So honestly, this goes more specific into, what I would be doing as a school counselor. How I said the work environment, how it's going to be looking, my work schedule, and then how to become one. So maybe the education that I might need, how I said master's degree is usually preferred. Maybe do I need like license certifications and registrations? So for this, I might need, a certificate that I might need to get, qualities that they look for in a school counselor. So analytical skills, compassion, interpersonal skills, and then the pay. And then this would be like the pay that that if I do want to get into this field that I might be getting, the job outlook of everything, and then the state and area data. So, every state differs. So always good looking into the different states and the pay. And then what I like about this too is it gives you similar occupations. So maybe I'm not interested in being looking into college counselor. I'm interested in more of high school teaching. So I could definitely click on that. And it just gives you a bunch of other similar occupations within, being a school counselor. And then it just gives you more information about this. But yeah, so this is more of the Occupational Outlook Handbook. Again, it looks like this. You're more than welcome to click any of these on the side, or maybe put in specifically what you might be interested in. So this is the Occupational Outlook Handbook. And now I'm going to go on Focus to Career. So Focus to Career, you're going to click on this through the Division of Career Pathways. And with this, you'll be able to log in through your UCI credentials. So that's like your username and your password. And, once you log in, it's going to look like this. So I said it is through Irvine. So you log in through your UCI credentials. And usually when you log in, if it's your first time using it, it does give you like a self-assessment for yourself. So it just like assesses these core areas. So your work interests, your personality, your skills, your values, and it kind of gives you like an overview of, maybe how you are in the workplace. So, I already took it. So it's a start over, review, results. But if you scroll more down, so exploring the possibilities. So I would recommend clicking on this. So it says, what can I do with the major in offered at UCI? So you click on it, and I will scroll down to cognitive sciences. So it would be right here. Okay, so we're on the cognitive sciences, major, and right here just gives you like an overview of like what cognitive science is. So focuses on the study of the mind and the nature of intelligence from the interdisciplinary perspectives of computer science, philosophy, mathematics, psych, neuroscience, and other disciplines. And you scroll down and this gives you like a general overview of like some occupations that you may be interested in. So these are like the titles of it, and then like US national mean salary. Um, so for example, if I click on computer and information systems manager, so I click on this and it just gives you like a basic overview of like what you might be doing. So occupation overview, you're going to be planning, directing, or coordinating activities in these fields. And then it gives you the type of degree that you might need. So typically it's a bachelor's degree from a 4-year college that would be required for this occupation. And then it gives you an overview of job tasks, so the tasks you're going to be doing within Computer and Information Systems Manager. And if you scroll down, it also shows you your work interest profile. So like I said in the beginning, when you do kind of set up your account, you do take an assessment, or you could take it again, and it kind of like compares. So right here, this graph shows a profile of people who are employed in this field. So more of them are more enterprising, conventional, investigative, realistic. So kind of like compares more of your assessment to the assessment of this position. And then you scroll more down and it basically just goes over like the skills that you might need. So computer programming skills, decision-making skills, listening. You scroll more down and the value, and then it goes over like the values of the position. So creativity, your income, independence, prestige, stability, and then the working conditions within this occupation. So accuracy, authority to making decisions, emailing, being able to do face-to-face communication. And then if you scroll more down, education requirements. So with this, it tells you, what degree you might need to enter this occupation. So usually people who enter this occupation with more than one type of credential, the following are the most common. So it's a bachelor's degree, master's degree, a PhD, or doctorate degree. And then major areas of study at UCI. So I said cognitive science is usually one of the major areas within this occupation. Could be computer and information science, computer engineering, just a bunch of other majors that are usually within this occupation. And then it just gives you like a general overview of the outlook. So how will this job look like in 2028, like from here to now, or from now to 2028. And it does say employment in this field is projected to grow 14% or higher. So, if you might be interested in that, that's definitely really good to look at. And then earnings. So people established in their career generally earn between 105,290 and 170,670 per year. So yeah, it's just basically what this gives you is overview of the occupation, job tasks, how might you fit into this position, what degree you might need. So again, this is called Focus to Career. And I did go over one of the occupations within cognitive sciences, but there are other occupations that you could also explore. So yeah, that's Focus to Career. So let me go back to the presentation. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now we're going to get more into internships. So how to get started with internships, how to apply to internships and all that. So I definitely recommend using the SARC website, and on there we have an internship database that students could utilize. So we offer on-campus or off-campus internship opportunities that you guys could explore. And with that, we give like different subsections of interest that you might be interested in that you could definitely check out. And once you do find like an internship that you are interested in, I definitely recommend getting in contact with the employer of that internship that is being offered. Research more into it, kind of explore more of your interests. And if you want to apply to it, definitely recommend sharing your resume or cover letter with them, and always following up with the employer that is offering that internship to get more details. It's always good to express your interest, and tell the employer why you might be interested in that certain internship. So this is internship tips. And other resources that I have for you guys is definitely utilizing the Division of Career Pathways. So what I just showed you right now in Focus to Career was through the Division of Career Pathways. And the career fair that is going to be happening on May 5th, that's where you're able to register as well through DCP and SARC. So definitely schedule a consultation with us to learn more about what you can do with this major, how to boost your resume or cover letter, and learn how to prepare for interviews. So so definitely utilizing these two resources in exploring more of internships and careers within cognitive sciences. And so does anyone have any questions? If so, feel free to type it in the Q&A function. If you want me to go back to any of the websites, I'm more than happy to as well. But any questions for me? And I'll give it a couple minutes because I know typing takes a while. So I'll give it a couple minutes to type your questions in the Q&A function. Okay, I see a question in the chat. So what do you enjoy most about your major? How have the internships you have had provided a solid foundation for your career? So thank you for the question. Yeah. So what I enjoy most about my major is, so I'm majoring, so I said psychology. Within my major, I focus more on the arts of psychology. And what I really like about the classes that I've taken so far is it honestly gives me that kind of hands-on experience with my major. So the classes that I've really enjoyed taking is like clinical psychology, abnormal psychology. And I think just because with these classes, with the professor that I've taken it with, like they for like assignments that we have is they give us certain scenarios of, student or people that we might run into, within my normal psych class. We go over like disorders and things like that. So I really like getting like that hands-on experience, given like scenarios and putting myself like in that position of either being like a psychologist or being a psychiatrist, and just doing things like that is what I really enjoy about my major. And how have the internships you have had provided a solid foundation for your career? So with that, so I honestly, within my internship, that's how I found my interest in working with college students. So I'm really interested in working in higher education, being a school counselor or being an academic advisor with college students. So I've worked with elementary and high school students before, and college students now. And I honestly really enjoy working with college students more. And I feel like with all the positions that I've had with my internship and the jobs that I'm currently in, it was able to give me more, how I said, like that hands-on experience and being able to explore more of those interests. So, I definitely recommend taking advantage of those internships, maybe getting certain job positions on campus that kind of explore more of your interests, because that's how I was able to find what I want to pursue once I do graduate from UCI. So I definitely recommend, taking advantage of like all the opportunities that is offered at UCI. And then one of the questions is, are labs enrolled in like classes, or do we have to specifically reach out to professors to get involved? Our labs.
Let me answer this one, Olivia.
Okay.
Yeah, so yes, essentially you should be reaching out to professors to get involved. However, you can get academic credit for your research experiences through like an independent study, but that's something that you should work out with the professor directly. And so one of the links that we put in the chat was the research guide. And in the guide, there is actually links that will lead you directly to the professors within your department. And then there you can look up the research interests of your faculty members. And that's how you would be able to kind of reach out. In the research guide, there's also templates that you can use when reaching out to professors, because I know that it's a little hard to reach out to them when you're not quite sure what to say. So we've breaking it down for you in pretty simple ways. Hopefully that helps.
Yes, thank you, Carissa. Yeah, do we have any more questions? Go ahead and type in the Q&A function. Okay, if you don't have any more questions, and I'll go ahead and go on to my next slide. Oh, there you go. I was like, why is it moving? Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining me today for Sarcast on exploring more career and internships within cognitive sciences. And if you guys have any more questions, feel free to follow our Instagram. We have our YouTube channel. So I'm going to be posting the recording of this on our YouTube channel, so you guys can go back and check it out. We have our Facebook handle. You guys can email us through our Sark email. We do have our overall website and our phone number to contact us easier. But yeah, and if you guys have any more questions, feel free to schedule a consultation with one of the peer consultants at Sark, and we'll be more than happy to answer any of you guys' questions. Thank you, guys.